Yo, what's happening, YouTube? All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. That's an awesome sound, ain't it? That sound never gets old, never. You fire up that 6.2 liter Hemi supercharged Hellcat red eye. It sounds amazing. It never gets old. It never gets old. I love it. I can't believe to this day I got rid of my last red eye for that TRX, and then the whole TRX debacle with Westgate Dodge. I'll just go ahead and say it. I said I wasn't gonna never say it, but I'm over it. I know they're over it. So don't really care anymore. But yeah, Westgate pretty much screwed me over big time on that deal. What I've learned is there are good dealers and there are bad dealers, and car dealers, that is. And you just got to know where the good ones are, and just don't do like I did. Find out where the bad ones are, because I definitely found a bad one. But we're gonna move on beyond that, and we're gonna drive this Hellcat. We're gonna drive this red eye. So I don't know if I've dropped some little subtle hints in a couple of my past recent videos, but it is a frostbite blue Challenger with the brownish. There's a name for it. I can't remember what the name of it is. The interior, obviously, you can see. And got away from that black on black, just everything black interior. It seems like every Challenger, Charger, Ram, you know, Fiat Chrysler, well, I guess Stellantis makes now, has a black interior. So glad I found this Challenger with the brown interior. My son actually, he found this. He had a friend of a friend of a friend, I guess, found this Challenger. It was kind of by coincidence. It was another local dealer, which is a great dealer, by the way, Leith Dodge, and Leith, well, whatever, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, whatever dealer, Leith, but awesome folks over there. They weren't jacking up the price of the car. So I was able to, basically it was, the car was ordered, and the guy who ordered the car, backed out at like literally the last minute. I mean, like, I think they got the car in like on a Friday, or no, they got the car like in on a Monday or whatever, and they were like getting it ready. So by Wednesday they said the car was ready. Well, Thursday the guy, the car was ready. The guy said, no, I don't want it, I'm buying a car somewhere else or whatever. I just don't want it no more. And my son found the car, and I went over there and picked it up. So it was an awesome situation. But we're gonna go drive this thing, and I'll try to do a little talking vlog while I drive. And seems like that's the going thing now on YouTube. So all these guys getting their Hellcats in the drive. I think I have another video up where I'm actually driving the car. That was my black one, my black red eye, the one I had before this. Well, the TRX is in between this one and the one previous. But what I also learned is that I thought the TRX would be, a fun Hellcat vehicle to drive. I mean, I didn't get a chance to drive it that much because obviously all the issues I had with it. But it wasn't what I expected. And so, if you're thinking about getting a sports car and hey, I got to have a all-wheel drive Hellcat, well, I think you're going to be, unless it's a Trackhawk or maybe Durango, you're going to be disappointed. But yeah, that just sounds so good. I think the supercharger and the Chargers and the Challengers sound better than they do on the truck or SUV platform. They the air intakes on those are so restricted. You don't really hear much of the supercharger. I do know I've never owned the track hawk or a Durango, but unless you mod the, you know, do cold air intakes and all that kind of stuff, you're really not gonna hear the supercharger as much. But I know on the, definitely on the TRX, they got the cover over the engine, and the way they take the air in through the hood, it goes through a lot of plastic before it even gets into the supercharger. It really masks the sound of the supercharger tremendously. But anyway, so I watch, you know, some YouTube videos. I obviously try to stay in touch with the Hellcat community, if you will, and what's going on with this platform. As you know, Stellantis will no longer be making the Hellcats in 2023, and they have the, I guess it's the jailbreak version that you can start ordering, I think, as of like this week or something like that. But honestly, there's no dealers around me who can even order them. They don't, you know, I've called a couple and they don't have allocation, or they're not that special type of dealer who can order those types of cars. So there's only a select few dealers who can even order the jailbreak versions of the Hellcat. So I know the prices of those cars are going to be super expensive. I mean, the prices have already been jacked up over MSRP for the Hellcats that are still available in my area. So it's really ridiculous where the prices of these cars are going. So that kind of brings me to a whole nother subject. And the question that I have for my viewers would be this: if you are in the market to purchase a Hellcat, or let's just say any car for that matter. Okay, so, you know, with Hellcats, Durangos, Trackhawks, Challengers, Chargers, anything with Hellcat, you always watch videos of these guys just, you know, beating on these cars. Now, when I say beating is a relative term when you're talking about a Hellcat, because yes, will the cars take launches, and will they take high speeds, and will they take full throttle? Yes, that's what they're built for. But, you know, you got wear and tear, there's a Raptor, you got tires to think about, it just a whole myriad of things. But my question is, if you are an average consumer like myself, and you've worked hard all your life, you know, or not even all your life, you know, you're young and you have money, you become successful, and you're like, hey, I want to go buy me a Hellcat because they're gonna stop making them. You know, hopefully it can be a collector's car one day. And I know you're gonna have people argue, well, yeah, they're never gonna be collector cars because they're, you know, there's too many of them built. Well, you know, and honestly, there's not really that many Hellcats as a whole, because if you drive around, you're not going to see a Hellcat anywhere. I mean, at least where I live in North Carolina, in the Triangle area, you rarely see anyone driving a Hellcat. I mean, I might see one here or there, but that's it. I mean, are these guys keeping the things in the garage? I mean, are they just keeping a car cover on them? They're not driving them? I doubt it. If you own these cars, you're going to drive it. You're going to see them. You're going to see them on the road. Someone's going to be driving the car. So, as a whole, there's not that many of them out there. And I do believe that at some point in time, if you have a low mileage Hellcat, it will be worth probably more than MSRP that it originally was in the next, say, 5 to 10 years. That's what I think. Just the signs are on the wall. I mean, look at the auto industry. Look at the chip shortage. Look at, I mean, there is no end in sight to this mess we're in. So, yeah, I truly believe there will be valuable, you know, within 5 to 10 years. I think they're going to hold their value. I don't think they're going to depreciate like your normal average everyday car will. I mean, when these electric vehicles get out here and more electric vehicles, and I mean, the V8, the internal combustion engine will be a thing of the past. I mean, we already know that. So if you have a Hemi V8, I mean, I would even go so far as to say a 5.7, 6.2, 6.4, any Hemi V8, if you've taken good care of it, and low mileage vehicle, it's going to be worth something one day. So yeah, I'm going to, try to hang on to this one, keep low miles on it. I'm going to drive it, but, we'll see where it goes. But I digress again like I usually do. But to get back to my point, if you're in the market to buy one of these cars, you go to a dealer and say, hey, got a Hellcat, does not mean I'm around, you have one, I'd like to buy it. You go and look at the mileage on the car. The car's got 300 miles on it, 400 miles, 500 miles, whatever. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, they're selling this as a new car. Your next question would be well, who's driven the car? Why are you selling this new? You got miles on it. I mean, it's because these dealers take these cars, unless you find one like I did that was ordered and backed out, but these dealers take these cars and they will joyride them. They will go see how fast they can go in them. I mean, guys, don't sit there and tell me they don't. It's a Hellcat, for crying out loud. Who would not get in the car and go, try to do a burnout or see how fast the thing can go? I mean, come on, really? So if you're in the market to buy one of these, thinking, hey, it's going to be a collector car, and if you're someone like me, you take great care of your stuff. I mean, you're like, I'm not saying baby it, but you just take care of your stuff. You don't beat on it, you don't bang on it. You drive it like normal, right? So all I'm saying is, if you saw a video of a Durango or Track Hawk, a Challenger, Charger, TRX, whatever, just being beat the crap on, and that dealer's trying to sell that car, would you want to buy that car? That's my question for anyone out there who is in the market to buy one of these. Would you really want to buy that car if you knew it was launched several times, it was just beat on, burnouts done it? And the thing of it is, you're going to go buy that car and you're going to look at the tires, you're going to say, oh yeah, they got plenty of tread on the tires, da da da, and you won't even know if that car was even had any burnouts done on it or nothing. Would you buy that car? Me, I wouldn't. That's just me, and I think I kind of represent the majority of the average consumers who would purchase these cars. I mean, these cars fun to drive. You're damn right they're fun to drive. Can you get into a lot of trouble with these cars? Yeah, you can get into a lot of trouble with them. Do you want to do a burnout? Hell yeah, you want to do a burnout. But you know what? It's me, my car, my money. If I want to do a burnout, and then if I get ready to trade it in or sell it, it's going to be sold as a used car, not a new car. So the expectation is there that the car was driven, and most likely driven hard. Okay, so, and I see that the sun has come in here. I should have closed the sunroof before. It's a really cold day here in North Carolina. It's probably like 45 right now. My dash, or my car temperature is saying 50, but I think it's colder than that. But anyway, I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts behind that whole situation. Would you really buy a Hellcat, when it's being sold as new or relatively new? Would you buy it if you knew it was beat on, burnt, burnouts done with it, launches done with it, for lack of better terms, street raced with it? Would you buy one? But anyway, just want to leave it out there and get your thoughts behind that. I'm glad to be back in the Hellcat. It's just like I said, it's a super fun car. It's for the money, I mean, you get your bang for the buck, if you will. I mean, I've said it before, but you are in supercar territory. I mean, you're in, you know, Ferrari, Lamborghini territory. I mean, obviously those cars are gonna, in the long run, far exceed the speeds, handling, and everything of this car. But as far as horsepower goes, you're right there with them. So, but anyway, just want to leave that there, and you guys have a great day. Peace.